The Mortal Kombat video game series came to the cinema first in the mid-90s during that wave of very, very terrible mid-90s video game adaptations, which included the Bob Hoskins Super Mario Brothers and Street Fighter. And I remember reviewing it when it came out because I think we must have been at Radio 1 together. I said that by comparison with those other movies, the original Mortal Kombat, it was Paul W.S. Anderson and Chris Lambert, it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. And then there was the sequel, which was a flop, and that kind of killed off the franchise. And then in 2021, when we were now in sort of the current way that we do the show, there was a new Mortal Kombat movie directed by Simon McQuoid, and it was co-produced by James Wan, Saw and Insidious, co-written by Greg Russo. And it kind of breathed new life into the franchise. It had Lewis Tan as Cole Young, who's a cage fighter who finds himself drawn into this world that is explained to him by Jessica McNamee's Sonya Blade. And so that was quite good. And it was like, okay, fine, this is getting closer to the ethos of the video game. So now Sonya Blade is back in Mortal Kombat 2, which is written by Jeremy Slater, as is Cole, as is Josh Lawson's impressively obnoxious Kano, who's the loudmouthed Australian. There is any other kind of Australian who got all the best lines in the first film. So the first film, if I remember correctly, it ended with Cole going off in search of Johnny Cage. Now, the reason I remember something about this was there was a whole bunch of stuff around the first film about why Johnny Cage wasn't in it. And we were told that the reason Johnny Cage wasn't in it was because he was a giant personality, in inverted commas, that would throw the film out of balance. Well, here, that giant personality is played by Carl with a K, Urban, whose Johnny Cage we meet as a washed-up B-movie actor failing to sell his old movies at fan conventions. He was once a great black belt fighter. Then he became a movie star who fought battles while wearing black sunglasses, looking like like Tom Cruise in Risky Business. Now he's a nobody, except apparently to the gods of fate, who decide that he is the person who is needed to join the champions of Earthrealm, which is in danger of falling into the hands of evil Shao Kahn. Here is a clip from the movie. Now, I should say this clip actually comes from very near the end of the movie, but it's not a plot spoiler. It's just an indication of the general tone.
You want to know what makes a hero? It's not destiny. It's not something you're born with. It's searching for greatness.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen for Mortal Kombat.
Then realizing you've had it in you this entire time.
There we go. And then there are some gags. So the cast now also includes Tati Gabrielle and Adeline Rudolph as Jade and Kitana, respectively, which fulfills the fact that the director had said from the previous film, if I do another one, I'm going to go deeper into the mythology, and also I'm going to have more female characters, which this does. So as with the 2021 reboot, this is impressively blood-splattered. There's lots of kind of squishy violence. There's lots of gratuitous, albeit CGI, gratuitous gore, or at least as much of it as you can get away with in a 15 certificate film. I mean, in the age of the video nasties, this would have been prosecuted under the Obscene Publications Act. Now it is 15 for strong, bloody violence, infrequent, very strong language. So it's got the same thing that the first one had. I mean, it's the script is witty. I have to say, I think Carl Urban is great, but Urban and Lawson in particular, playing things for laughs. They hit many good home runs. I laughed quite a few times. As for the action, there's lots of that thing that you do in the video games in which people jump or fall completely unconvincingly from one level to another. But in a way, that's kind of okay because it sort of makes sense in terms of the origin story. There's an array of entertaining weaponry, including robot arms, laser eyes, smashy hammers, fighty sticks, and most remarkably, bitey hats. The production design is sort of like the Mad Max movie meets Warcraft, the movie, and under 2 hours, the whole thing doesn't outstay its welcome. Now, I saw this in a multimedia screening. They had a national press show, which was one that was just for critics, but because of the way that the day worked out yesterday, I saw it in a multimedia, which means there's a whole bunch of people. And when you go in, they sort of give you like a bucket of popcorn, like literally a bucket of popcorn, which has got the collectible bucket. and it seemed to play really well with the audience. And despite the fact that it was later in the evening, which is always a pain for me because then I've got to get the train back afterwards, I found the time skipped by and I enjoyed it. I laughed quite a few times. I thought that the squishy gore was fun. I mean, 10 minutes afterwards, it was hard to remember much significant about it, so I made my notes immediately. But I thought it was generally smashy, bashy fun.